All right, hey, Game Trade Media, Rick here with Tony from USAopoly with another awesome game that you want to show us.
Super Mario Level Up. This is, as you can see, one of the really coolest board games to come out in a long time. It's dimensional. It literally comes up off the table. It's the kind of game that once you put it together, you can just leave it set up because it's just so much fun to look at. Yeah. So it's got a great shelf presence. It's got a great table presence. And it's actually a great gateway game. It's super easy. It's got enough strategy and depth to it to get gamers wanting to play multiple times back to back because it's super simple and super easy. And it's a great bridge game to get the whole family to play something together.
Or even someone who may not have gotten it. Like you said, it's a gateway game.
Yeah.
Someone's going to be like, oh, I used to have a Nintendo DS or play my video games. What's this? Let me show you.
I'm glad you asked.
Exactly.
So the gameplay is relatively simple. The goal of the game is to get as many of your 6 characters on your lineup card to finish as high up in levels as possible. So you'll notice that on the lineup cards, there are 6 of the 13 characters that come in the box, and everyone's going to have one of these of their own. And some characters are shared between players, and most of them are not. So you and I may share 1 or 2 characters, and same with all the other players.
Okay.
And the game is super simple. On your turn, you're going to move a character up a level. If there happens to be a question block there, you can capture it and do exactly what it says. Some of them are positive, and some of them are negative. So
this one says, all characters on this level fall to next open level, play immediately.
So that means all of these characters now just bounce down 1 level. So if you had, let's see, who's on there? Let's see, Daisy, Peach, Donkey Kong. So if you had Donkey Kong on your lineup card, he just went from level 1 down to level 0. So now he's not scoring any points if the game were to, or the round were to end at the moment. But worry not, because we're still moving our way up. But the way in which the round will end is when a character is moved up to level 10, everyone is going to take their vote cards and they're going to secretly choose yes or no. Now, you can move any one of the characters at any time. You're not just moving your 6.
Okay.
You're going to be able to move other characters, and you may want to nominate other characters just to get them off the track and off the board early on in the game so that they're not going to score for anybody else.
Sure.
So, like if I don't have Yoshi on my card here, I may move Yoshi up to the top here, and then I may vote no. However, depending upon the number of players playing, your no vote cards are limited. So if we're playing with up to 5 or 6 players, you're only going to have 2 of those no votes. Your yes vote is unlimited. So, say there's 6 of us playing.
Sure.
And I vote Yoshi. I don't want to use one of my no cards, so I'm going to vote yes, even though he's not on my card. So I'm like, oh, somebody else is going to vote Yoshi no. So we all reveal 1, 2, 3, and there were 2 no votes. So Yoshi is removed. He's not going to score that round.
And those individuals just lost a no vote.
And they lost their no vote. So there's a little bit of strategy in trying to keep track of who still has no votes.
Nice.
But again, the game is super simple. So once Yoshi is done and voted off, next player's turn, and again, they can choose any one of the characters to move up. And if you capture a question block, you get to do it, positive or negative. And sometimes you're going to get an opportunity to choose a power-up card based on the question blocks. The power-up cards are super valuable, and if you want to read these 2 samples.
Sure. This one is cancel another player's vote. Wow, especially if you want a yes up there and someone throws a no, you can...
So say we go back.
Yeah.
And to Yoshi, there's only 1 no vote, and you have Yoshi on your card, and somebody voted no. You could throw that out and say, I'm going to cancel your no vote. Now they're all yeses. Yoshi gets level 10.
Nice.
So that's a very powerful card.
Yeah, and this other one here, swap 2 characters anywhere on the board. So it's the hidden tunnel.
Right, so it's like, say Donkey Kong and Wario were to just switch places.
I would like that because Wario is not on my card.
Yeah.
Perfect. Love it.
So once there is a character that's moved up to level 10 and everyone votes and there's an agreed to yes, then that round ends. And then you'll take your card and lay it on your score sheet, and then you just go down character by character and see where they finish. So in this case, Yoshi got voted off, so I would get a 0. Peach, in this case, she's all the way down at 0, so she would get 0. Bowser Jr. is... There's Diddy. There's Bowser. I'm looking at this. Here he is right here. Bowser Jr. is on 5, so I would get 5. Wario's down at 0. Diddy Kong is on 3, so I get 3. And then Daisy's here on 3. So then you total that up.
Right.
reset, and the way you reset is you pull all the characters off, and then one by one you draft a character to the board anywhere between levels 1 through 4, and then once everyone's done an equal number of placements, whoever's left goes on level 0. Okay. And then you fill in the rest of the spaces with the question blocks up to level 5, and there can be no more than 4 characters at any one time on any level.
Oh, wow.
And then you start again and play a new round with a new lineup card.
Oh, okay.
So that your lineup has changed and your characters that you're advancing and voting on has changed as well.
That's awesome. And this takes about how long to play?
Oh, this one's super simple. This can play in as short as 10 minutes, but with a little more strategy, maybe about half hour.
That's awesome. And this is ages 8 and up, 3 to 6 players.
Great table presence.
Great table presence.
And it's Super Mario, and so many people love and know Super Mario.
Absolutely.
So.
I mean, just that recognition alone makes it an entertaining visual than the fact that you get to play these characters and mess with your friends.
Yeah.
Always, if you can mess with your friends, I mean, that's what they're for, to inconvenience.
Totally. Let me get in your way a little bit.
Right. So you did bring a couple other games with you.
Yes. So the last 2 games we've talked about are available, but we also have the expansion to the Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle, which is the Monster Box of Monsters. And this literally just debuted at Gen Con. So this game is now going to be available through your distributors. So definitely check that out. If you want to pull that one over and show that one a little closer. Also in the realm of expansions, we also have an expansion to our game Nefarious from Donald Vaccarino. This is also becoming a monster, so it adds some more fun flavor to the world of taking over the world through all these crazy inventions, and involves some new twists, some new inventions, and a couple new ways to interact with the game. Also with that really fun, playful art. So that's also really fun. And then one of our big announcements for the year is that we have added Codenames to our lineup. And so we're going to come out with some licensed versions of Codenames. And so starting off is going to be Disney and Marvel. And these will also be available in October.
Wow. So you guys have a huge lineup in October.
Yeah.
That's
big
awesome.
month.
I love it.
Yeah.
And for those of you that are fans of Codenames, they play very similar to Codenames, but using a lot of the iconic characters from the Disney and Marvel universes.
Yeah, if you want to show the back of one of those. So the great thing about both the Disney and the Marvel is that the cards have pictures on one side and then text on the other. So you can play either a pictures version or a word version of Codenames, or mix it up and do half and half.
Nice.
And or for the fans who aren't quite as familiar with the IP, because if you may set it up as pictures, everybody has the opportunity to flip it over and get a little more information as to what the character might be, or the movie might be, or the reference might be.
So I already heard a little bit about this one.
Yes.
And that a super villain is very prominent in this game.
Yes.
Who is that villain?
There's a villain who's all-powerful and not very defeatable in the world by the name of Thanos.
That guy.
Yes. So there is a great influence in the traditional game called Bystanders. It's the Thanos mechanic in here. So as a bystander is found in the Marvel game, one of the gems of the Infinity Gauntlet essentially has been found, and if all gems are found, Thanos just wins.
Wow.
Yeah. So now it's not going to be all the time that that's going to happen,
Sure.
because as Marvel fans or Codenames fans are playing the game, 1, 2, maybe 3 bystanders are found, or Thanos Infinity Gauntlet gems are found. But you could also sabotage the game in some circumstance,
absolutely.
right? And really see if you can get Thanos to win without finding the assassin.
You guys have a great lineup coming out for the rest of the year. You already said that the Super Mario Level Up is already out.
It's already shipping, yep.
And the thing is in October.
Late October.
And Codenames in October.
October.
Nefarious
is available now.
Now.
And Harry Potter available now.
Available now. All right. So, wow, that's a lot. But that's perfect for anybody that is a gamer.
Yes.
Go out there. This is going to hit, if not everybody, somebody.
Somebody, yeah.
There's something here for everybody. And you can get these all at your local game store. So go to your local game store and become part of that community. Play all the games that they have. Ask them to bring in the ones that they don't. And so you can have all these on your shelf at home and play with them all your friends.
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks, Tony.
You bet.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for playing.
Absolutely. I love it. Have a wonderful afternoon, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Cheers.
Don't forget to subscribe to Game Trade Media, leave a like, and comment on what videos you'd like to see next.